Absolutely gorgeous. All right, headed off of Highway 16 at Combs and heading up into White Rock. Have a little lunch on the mountain and then hit some of the trails down below the mountain. Super gorgeous out. The color change is kind of waning a little bit, but it's still quite a bit of good color out with some of the tree species. And yeah, it's probably 55 degrees right now. Sunny, just a great day to be out wheeling. All right, 4 more miles this way. About 10-15 minutes. We'll be where we're gonna stop and eat some lunch. Got a late start this morning. Got off work at 8 o'clock and had a call this morning. Had to get things wrapped up, reports and stuff done, hand everything off to the next shift, and then run a couple errands. And my running partner, he's behind me, David, you'll meet him in a little bit. He had a few errands to run as well, so sometimes that's the way these things go, best laid plans and all. But it's better to get out here a little late than not at all. We're gonna head up to White Rock. We're in the White Rock Wildlife Management area right now, but we're gonna head up to the White Rock Park. There's a camp area up here on top of the mountain, White Rock Mountain, and we're gonna have some lunch. And then there's tons of trails all down around the base and all over the place. So that's kind of our plan for the day. Be back by 5 o'clock. I love living just right here on the edge of this national forest. 30 minutes from my house and I can hit national forest. White Rock is only about an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes from my house. So pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Super thankful. Man, it's kind of like hiking. We could come out here and do off-roading every weekend for the rest of our lives, and I don't know if we would see all of it.
Oh man, it's beautiful out here.
So I was wrong about this dipping down. There's another access, coming in from a different direction that goes down and crosses the river. So White Rock is over my right shoulder, if I'm remembering correctly. I've been on this road before, but it's been a long time. So yeah, anyway, it doesn't really matter. Other than the fact I feel like I need to be honest and tell you that I was wrong.
Back in the day when you used to be able to go through and check out all the rock formations and go through everything.
There it is. This is why you drive a Jeep and not a UTV, because UTVs are restricted from national parks or whatever like this. That's a good boy.
Sit. Shake. Okay.
Does he give a snout 5?
What's that?
When he gives 5, does he give a snout 5? Oh, is that his way of saying, I've done 2 tricks, now you owe me?
Sit. Bang.
What a good jog. Good dog. All right, let's eat lunch. That's gonna be awesome. You know what that means? These have had problems with people not paying attention. Somebody walks out here and is like, nah, this looks safe.
Yeah, I'm just totally gonna.
If you're interested in this type of content, please consider liking the video and subscribing to my channel. I've got a lot more video just waiting to be edited of various adventures with friends and family, just getting out in nature and enjoying a recovery process. So if this is something that you like, feel free to get involved. I'd love to hear some comments from you. If you've been to any of the places that I'm videoing from, if you've got any thoughts or ideas about recovery process or the benefits of being outdoors, love to know what you think about it. Thanks. White Rock Mountain is situated in the middle of the Boston Mountains on the west end of the Ozark National Forest. It's 2,309 feet above sea level and received its name from the appearance of the lichen on the sheer bluffs that appear white from a distance. The park, including the lodge, several cabins, pavilions, and the natural stone walls that make up the scenic overlook, were built by the CCC, which is the Civilian Conservation Corps, in the 1930s. I wasn't familiar with the CCC until I moved to Arkansas. According to History.com, the Civilian Conservation Corps was a voluntary work relief program that gave millions of young unmarried men employment on environmental projects during the Great Depression. This was part of FDR's New Deal. The CCC helped to shape the modern national and state park systems we enjoy today. White Rock Mountain has been kept up and expanded by a group called the Friends of White Rock Mountain over the years and is one of many CCC projects throughout Arkansas. All right, you ready to go wheeling?
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Jake, you ready? You ready, buddy? All right, let's go. All right, back at it. Pulled in one spot, got off the road a little ways and found somebody's deer camp. There's some good looking trails back there, but decided to try to play nice. So we're gonna try right here.
How's that looking?
I've already rubbed on two small trees, but I don't see any campers.
Cool.
I think I could probably squeeze around this log, but I'm not sure if you can. I don't think anybody's been down here in a while.
I was just getting ready to say, boy,
This tree was across the road. The base of that was right over here. So it was already fallen down. We were able to just kind of break the base loose and move it over. So funny, in my camera this looks like almost flat all the way down over there, but it's kind of steep down into that little drainage. And anyway, I slid my rear pumpkin down that tree over there, trying to straddle it and get across here. It worked out. My buddy David was making fun of me a little while ago because we were up at White Rock and getting ready to leave, and all these girls came up and were looking at our Jeeps. And I went to drive off and I killed it. And he said the look on my face was priceless. He wished he could film it. I kind of wish he could have too. It was humbling. It's all right. It's part of it. So he's just taking a little different track than I was. Nice. Good looking Gladiator. He's had a lot of work that he's done to it, and a little bit he's had help with, and I'll have to take you through it. He's also built his own overlanding trailer, which is super awesome. It's on like a M135A base, so we'll talk about that at some point. I thought it was good. You looked good doing it. Yeah. Get back in the little TJ. I don't know if I can drive a stick very effectively and record at the same time. I guess we'll find out. I'm probably not going to do either one very well right now. This trail has not been used in a really long time, and I only think that I know where it is. I'm not 100%. All right, I better get off here. It's absolutely gorgeous out here. So we hit the end of the trail. The trail is just barely a trail at this point anyway. It's obvious it's not heavily used. There's a big tree, probably 14-inch tree across right there. We walked down and around, following what little you could see of the trail, until it actually got to the point where there was more trees down and you couldn't even tell what was trail anymore. So rather than disturb this more or try to blaze a trail, which would go against my goals for how we're going to do off-roading, how I'm going to do off-roading, we're just going to turn around and ease out the way we came, and we will go look for something else. That leaf duff, there's some creek bed boulders down in some of these draws, and they're disguised so they surprise you. Getting around that log back there was not glamorous, but Sometimes you just got to give it a little gas. Of course, 4 low could have been tried too. I'll admit that. So coming out the quote-unquote easy trail, once we got to that part, we're just kind of making back up to the road. It's got some dimplage.
Yeah, got it here, there, here, up the soft top, across the back.
It's one of those dead branches.
Yep. That's all right, man. That's all we got them.
I mean, it's sexy dimplage.
It is. Yeah.
Is there such a thing? All I can think about is cellulite right now.
That is not sexy. Okay, she's a big girl.
Hey, she's still a Jeep, and she just went around some pretty tight stuff.
That is the bad thing about this. It is so tough to get back in some of that stuff and not catch some kind of scratches.
Yeah.
You know, we busted the rear tail light already. It's kind of hard to tell, but this is all
Kind of creased it in.
creased this here. So this is brand new. Busted this, but it's creased this. You can kind of tell where that is. Cracked the paint here.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Yep, busted this all around, and if you could look underneath here, there is a. These things have these two little dog leg looking things that kind of go at an angle. And it ripped the metal. You know, metal's supposed to come out to here, and it tore it all the way back. So we were able to kind of pin it forward, and then we had to go through there and put a whole bunch of primer on there and rust prevent. And
What trip was that on?
that was the one Mike and I went down to. It was off the Big Piney. We got down there. We crossed the river. Didn't have any issues. And as we were coming up, we met a bunch of folks coming down. Super narrow trail, and I thought, hey, I want to back that old military trailer up. And so we were backing the trailer around, and I mean, I needed this much more room, and you've got a rock face bluff on this side, and we were trying to back up a hill and at an angle, and I needed this much more. And this was before we got the gears in the truck, so it kept dying.
Oh, yeah.
It kept dying. So finally, I had enough, and I just let it eat. And I was like, come out there, and it just shattered this, pushed everything in.
Yeah.
Yep. So that was a $700 oops. So.
Yeah, it's one thing in a 2004 $10,000 TJ with, already has a little bit of damage to it. It's a little cockeyed, and needs some stuff. It's one thing in that. It's another thing in a still pretty much brand new Gladiator.
From the get-go, man, that's why I got it. That's why we built it. I want to get out and see stuff and do stuff, and things are going to happen. It was an accident. Didn't do it on purpose. I'm not going to on purpose go and tear it up. But,
right. You can't protect it from everything. You'll never have any fun.
No, and you know what?
You won't enjoy it.
To me, that's a story of, hey man, remember when we went out, we went wheeling, and I caught that tree limb to the door. It's another story to put in the Rolodex of memories, man.
Absolutely.
That's what it's all about, getting out and hanging with the buddies and decompressing and just spending some time off the pavement.
Absolutely. And then when you go show people this one over here, you'll be like, hey, remember that time Bagley was in the front? And he took me down that trail that wasn't really even a trail? That son of a mother.
The one we had to turn around on, he bought me a silver permanent marker and put some initials on there. Remember where all the dancing things come from. Well, we'd be able to pop those ones out. I'm just glad it didn't bust my glass, man. I mean, it sounded like wham!
Yeah.
Then you can share with us. Cool, man.
Yep. Rubbed on your tire a little bit. Yeah. Better head home. I wish we could stay longer, but we're going to have to camp in order to really get the amount of hours on the trail we want to.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
Get up there, Jake.
Okay.
Come on, buddy.
Good boy.
Well, it's now January and it's snowing outside tonight, and so I just wanted to be out in it. Way behind on videos, and apologize for that. That's certainly my fault, not my original intention, and I'm going to change that. Yeah, so this video that you're watching took place in, I've now forgotten, early December. Kind of an unusually warm day in early December, and absolutely beautiful. Nope, that can't be right because it was the color change. I don't know. I just wanted you to know that even though that video didn't have a lot of awesome off-road stuff, it wasn't a waste of time for us. It was a good journey, good little adventure, and it was just what the doctor ordered. Throughout some of these videos, I'm going to share just a little bit. I don't want to go into whole, like, tons of detail that maybe you're not asking for related to my story, but I do want to relate just a little bit, because I think there's certain things that everybody goes through, everybody feels, and maybe there's something that you can relate to, and maybe there's an appeal to you to get out and just enjoy nature just a little bit. The name of the channel, Recovery Off-Road, is not an accident. The show is about outdoor activities, yes, but it's really about recovery. It's about a journey of recovery. It wasn't very many years ago that I was a pretty severe alcoholic, and not really proud of that, but it's part of my history, and in order to not repeat that, it's not enough for me to just not drink alcohol. I have to fill my life with other positive things. That's something really valuable that I learned from a mentor in one of the programs that I was a part of. So right now, one of those positive things is just outdoor recreation. It's good for my mind, it's good for my body. Some of it is physically demanding, and some of it is just fun. You know, wheeling is just fun. Getting out in nature and remembering that the concrete jungle isn't all that there is to life is a huge positive for me, good reminder for me. So hang in there. There's a couple more adventures that have already happened that I haven't videoed yet, that are pretty exciting. A lot more, I don't know, excitement on film than just what you saw on this particular video. So hang in there. I promise it's going to get better. I'm working on my video quality and just my ability to not just sit behind the wheel holding a phone. I'm going to see if I can get a couple things going that'll make the video a little bit more interesting, something more like what I would want to watch. So hang in there. Good things are coming. Take care.